Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is going to be the fifth video on NextJS tutorial, and today we will be setting up a new website, and whatever we have learned in the previous videos we are going to implement them. So let's get started, and I'm just going to take you here. Okay, and uh, so we are going to use this logo and this fav icon, and let's just create a new folder by the name. Let's say our website name is Esther, and inside Esther we are going to open our command prompt, and here we'll write npx create next app at latest, as we are going to use the latest version, and just wait. So it's going to prompt the settings. Okay, would you like to use TypeScript? No. ESLint? No. No. Yes, yes, no. And we'll just wait for a moment till it is done. And by the time we are going to use some other dependencies as well, and we'll get to know about that later on. And as of now, we will also use React icons, and let's go ahead and check React icons. All right, so here you go. And in order to install the React icons, we have this command npm install React icons, save, and we are going to use font awesome 6. So there are several icons that you can use over here, but we are going to use this one, font awesome 6. Now let's go ahead and check if our project is installed. It's taking a bit more time, so let's wait. So we are going to create an entire website over here. We will create a home page. So I will not work much on CSS. I will just give you guys a brief, knowledge about this. And apart from a home page, we will create an about us page, and we will create an active navigation menu, and a services page, and a contact us page. So we will be creating 4 pages. And okay, we are done with the installation of our uh, project. Now let's open it in the Visual Studio. Now I'm going to run this in development server, npx next dev. And we'll just wait for a while. And okay, so we have got it running, and it's running on our port 3000. So I'm just closing this one. Now localhost 3000. And as I have already told you that it takes a little bit time to load the website or the web application on the first run on the development server. But when we will create the build, it will be very fast. So this is the home page, and we are going to use Bootstrap as well. And for that, we will be installing Bootstrap, and let's just change the fav icon first. So we have this fav icon over here. And first of all, yeah, we are going to inside the public directory, we have next SVG and Versal SVG. We are going to delete these two images. And inside the src and m directory, we have fav icon that we are going to delete right now. And instead this, we are going to use this one, this fav icon. And guys, do remember that fav icon should be in .ico format. And logo, let's create three directories in public. Let's say one is css, another one is images, and then the next one is js. And inside css, we are going to create our style.css file. And inside the images, we will put our logo file. And inside JS, we will use, as I've told you, that we are going to use bootstrap. So let's go ahead and bootstrap. Okay, we have the bootstrap here. So we are not going to install it via npm. Instead, we will use it manually like this. We will just download the file bootstrap.mean.css. We'll just save this file inside our project directory. So this is the CSS file, public CSS, and save. And then we will use the JS file as well. And we will save it inside the JS folder, public JS. All right. Okay, now we are going to delete these files, page.module.css, page.js, and globals.css. We are going to remove these three files. Okay, now if you see, okay, it says no such file globals.css because in the layout.js we have this code. Just remove this and let's refresh the web application, and we can see that the error is gone now. And let's refresh it one more time so that it fetches the fav icon. So the fav icon is still not updated. So let's restart our server. So terminate, and then we'll write npx next dev. Cool. Now let's refresh the web page and see. It's taking a little bit of time to run it on the first go. So let's just wait for it. All right, there might be some issue. Okay, we have got the fav icon here. And now since we do not have any page over here, and first of all, we will import our style.css file. So import, we'll go to public, and inside public we have CSS and then style.css. And we will just we'll also import the bootstrap.mean.css file, bootstrap.mean.css, and we will also integrate this JS file over here. So inside the body, and just before the body ending tag, we will write script. We will import the script from next script, and we will put src is equals to slash. So this will access the public folder, the public directory, and inside the public directory we have JS, and inside JS we have bootstrap dot mean bootstrap dot bundle dot mean dot JS. All right. Now uh now let's customize the 404 page. For that, inside the inside the app directory, we will create another file by the name not slash not hyphen found dot jsx, and we will write export default function not found, and then return our JSX component, our React component. Okay. Also, we will be changing the tab name and all, the site title and all. So for that, let's delete the metadata from here, because we will be using different metadata for all the other pages. And I mean the meta title and the description and the keywords we will be using differently on different pages. So we will just remove it from the layout page. And right now let's create the error 404 page. So for that, we will just write section dot not found. We'll put a class name dot not found, and inside this we will use a division division with 100 width, 100% of width, and then inside this we'll write container. So we are using bootstrap over here, guys. If you don't get confused, you can watch my other video. I'll put the video link in the description, where we have been using bootstrap earlier. So I'm not going deeply into the bootstrap. So inside div container, we'll write div dot row. Here we'll use a column lg, let's say 6 dot call md 10 dot call sm 12 dot call 12 dot mx auto. And here we'll write h1 dot text center page right page not found. Okay. And HTML body, let's just work on some CSS. So width 100%, height 100%, and let's say we are creating a class by the name bold, and font weight bold, and make it important. And we'll use one text, or we'll use just justify. Oh, sorry, it's text align justify important. So page not found, and let's make it bold, page not found. And now h5 dot text center, the page or resource you are trying to find is not available in the server. So guys, you can see in the Visual Studio, the code is going outside the, working area. So we'll just hit Alt plus Z or Z, and it will wrap the codes. And the page or resource you're trying to find is not available in the server. Please click the button below to go back to the previous page. So we have got H5. So instead of H5, let's do it a paragraph tag. Okay, it's good now. And we'll put a button over here. So division dot text center. So button button dot btn primary, and we'll write go back, go back. That's it. So that's a back button. And instead of primary, let's make it button dark, go back. So guys, we are also going to use React icons. So for that, we will be installing the dependency here. Let's open up the terminal, and here write npm I react icons save, and hit the enter button. All right, it's done now. Now we'll use the icon here, FA arrow left long, and we need to import this element at the top. So import this from react icons slash fa6. Let's wait, and here you go. And we'll put a little bit of space in between the icon and the text. So class name margin end will be 1. Okay, it looks good now. So what we need to do is on clicking this button, we need to redirect the user to the previous page. So for that, and before that, let's change the metadata over here. So localhost 3000, and export const metadata is equals to, first the title will be Esther and error 404. So we have got Esther error 404 in the title, page title. And then we can put the meta description as well, whatever you want. I'm just writing lorem ipsum. It's not taking, just give me a moment. Lorem, let's say 50. Oh, we can use this one as a description. And we can check the meta tag in the inspect element. I will go to inspect element, and here we'll see inside the head tag, we have got the meta. Just a moment. Yes, you can see the meta title is Esther error 404, and the meta description. Here we have got the meta description as well. So that's how we put a meta description. And in order to put keywords, we'll just put a comma, and then we will write keywords, and then inside this we'll write Esther travel company, or another keyword, best travel agency, and we will get the keywords as well. So let's check the inspect element, and we'll go to elements. Inside the head tag, we'll get meta name keywords, Esther, a travel company, best travel agency. So we have got the data here. Now, what we want is on click of this back button, I mean, the user should be redirected to the previous page. So for that, we will create an event on click, and here we'll write go back. All right, so it says go back is not defined, so we will go ahead and define the go back function. So for that, const go back is equals to, we'll use an arrow function. Let's say for just to check whether it is working or not, we'll write clicked. We are creating an alert. Let's say, okay, so it says event handlers cannot be passed to client components on click. So this button, also this event handler on click cannot be passed on server side, on the server pages. So instead on the server components, instead we need to use a client component. So we will, at the very top, we will write use client, and we'll just wait for it. All right, so we have used the client here, but here we are getting an error, and the error is that on the client component, the metadata is not working. If you can see, we have put the meta title and meta description as well, but it's not working because this is a client component. So instead, we will create a component inside our app directory. So we'll create a folder by the name components, and inside the components, we will create a back button. Let's say back button dot jsx, and make sure, guys, whatever the file name you put inside the components, it should be starting with a capital letter. And let's just cut the back button from here, and we'll put it here. Export default function back button, and we'll return this. Now it's gone, and let's refresh the page. Okay, now we'll delete this function, this and go back function, and we'll put it to this back button component, and we will remove the use client. Now we'll check. So here we have got the metadata Esther error 404, but there's one problem over here. Okay, we have created the back button, and now we'll call it here. Inside this, we'll call this component back button, hit the enter button, and it will automatically import it from the components. And that's it, guys. Okay, sorry, we need to declare this go back function as well. So on click, instead this, we can do it. We can do it in two ways. Let's try first one. So const go back is equals to, we'll use an arrow function, and here let's say we'll use, and also we'll have to make it a client component, and then here we'll declare a variable by the name router, a constant variable. Const router is equals to use router, and we are getting two suggestions. One is use router from the next router, and another one is use router from the next navigation. So we will use next navigation. So we'll select this one and hit the enter button, and we need to import this use router from the next navigation. All right, now close the function, and here we can write inside the go back, we'll write router dot back, and here you go. If we click here, it's taking us to the previous page. See, on clicking this, it's taking us to the previous page. We can also do it this way. I mean, instead of writing the function like this, we can simply write on click. We'll use an arrow function inside this and write router dot back. This will also work. Let's check. So this one is also working. Perfect. So we have created the error 404 page, and let's work on little bit on CSS. Let's put a padding, a class name not found. So dot not found, let's make it width 100%, and let's put a minimum height of, let's say, 40, 50, 60 VH. That would be enough. And we'll use a background color, let's say variable BS light, and we'll put everything into the center. And for that, we'll write display flex and justify content center, align items center, and everything will be at the center. Okay, perfect. Now we'll leave this error page like this, and that's all for today. That's all in this video, guys, and we will go ahead and work on the home page and loading pages in the next video. So if you like this video, just hit the like button and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much and have a nice day.